Today I'm going to tell you a story about a poet and a box. A few weeks ago, I ordered some extra copies of my sewing journal for an upcoming conference that I'm going to be speaking at. Interestingly enough, they never arrived and they actually went to Canada. I got a message a few days later from a girl named Brie Anora, who is on socials. She's a poet. She said, "Hey, I ordered some copies of my book and I think I got your book by mistake." Turns out that's exactly what happened. We got to talking and we worked out a situation where she was going to ship the books to me and I was going to keep an eye out in case her book showed up in the meantime. Unfortunately, her books never made it to me, but I got curious about her books and I ended up looking her up. She just published her first book of poetry and it is called To Be Seen. I ordered a copy. I have now read this cover to cover. The way that she expresses herself in this book is the way that I feel like I express myself in fabric. It made me appreciate so much more that we all have talents and skills and things that feed our souls and that we should do them. When I opened up the box, I was also surprised to see that she gave me a letter. She typed up a little note for me and she wrote me a poem, and I'm gonna read it to you because it just touched my heart. Because our journeys happened to intertwine. For Chelsea. How strange and unexpectedly beautiful it can be, the way our paths may cross, like loose threads tangled for a moment between seams, meant to remind us that connection is never lost. Rather, it is waiting in the very palms of our hands, in the art we create, the crafts our hearts demand. This life is full of varying stories, and only with open minds can we sow our own with every possibility of love and joy to find. I am so touched by this. And Brie, what I really appreciate about this poem is that you reminded me that there is so much beauty in just the unexpected and the mundane things that we wouldn't give second thought to. By this just chance encounter of my books being shipped to the wrong place, I have now met a lovely human. I have now read her beautiful poetry, and it has given me an entirely different perspective on an art form that I just wasn't terribly familiar with, and now I have a huge appreciation for. So thank you, Brie. And you're right, every word of this is right and true, and I'm just so grateful. I'm gonna read you one more poem. It's called An Artist's Why. Brie, I hope it's okay that I'm sharing this, but this is such a beautiful poem. The world needs to hear it. Sometimes I forget why I'm an artist. Why I began using my tears as water for words that I paint. Why the sweat dripping off of me became inspiration for the sounds and the music that I create. I forget how it thins the coarse blood in my veins to bleed over all that I do. An artist doesn't pour out their soul due to pressure, but despite it. I don't write most days because I can, but because I couldn't do most days if I didn't. It draws our polarities into one, gives way to convey our most complex emotions. You see, the quality of art is in its honesty. The offer to share your essence with this world, a place in dire need of light and thunder, both of which a craft may fill. And we are all creators, so please do not lose sight of the beauty in the art you make, why you make it, or the purpose it serves. If you want to get this book, I'll link it in my Amazon store. She's a wonderful person and a wonderful poet. Follow her page and please support this wonderful woman who is making beautiful poetry and putting it out to the world. Brie, I'm so glad our paths intertwined.